Shakespeare the playwright, the producer, Shakespeare the actor, the Shakespeare we know and the Shakespeare we don't know. There's this gorgeous little sonnet, a 14-line poem, and Shakespeare wrote over 150 of these. And this particular little piece of poetry is recited or written down for great occasions. Weddings, birthdays, celebrations. But there's something else nestling inside of this poem. If you think of it another way, the Shakespeare we don't know, and the mystery that surrounds all of that in fact, this little sonnet was a eulogy. Shakespeare had 3 children, and one of them was a son. His little boy was called Hamnet. Not Hamlet, this one is Hamnet, Hamnet. The other one, Hamlet, Hamlet, was a rather nice play he wrote. And while he was working away in London, he got word that Hamnet was very sick. Now here's a person, someone like you and me, trying to make something of himself, and all of a sudden this crisis. And of course he has to go. Now if you were to drive from central London to Stratford today, it would take you a little over 90 minutes. But in those days, it was 3 days. So Shakespeare took off, and by the time he got to Stratford, his son was dead. And there was nothing left to do. What could he do? You imagine the heartache. And perhaps, after everyone had gone to bed that night, he stayed up with a candle and his quill, and he did what Shakespeare could do best of all: write. In this little poem, he talks about eternity that freezes little Hamlet in time, in his mind, to become immortal in Shakespeare's lifetime. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do break the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometimes too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dim, and every fair from fair sometime declines by chance, or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou owest, nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee.